$943. That's what's sitting in your account right now. Not savings, not investments. Your actual balance. You know this number better than your own phone number. You checked it twice before you got out of bed this morning. You owe $28,000 in student loans. Another $3,800 on a card you're still paying down from a decision you'd rather forget. Your paycheck hits Thursday, and it's already gone. Rent, utilities, a car payment you stretched too thin. You are 22 years old, and you tell yourself every single night that you are not behind. But the math never stops. Every grocery trip is a negotiation with yourself. You swap name brands for generics. You still split a streaming plan with your college roommate because canceling feels like giving something up. You put back the good pasta sauce. This is what financial stress actually feels like. Not dramatic, not a movie moment. Just a low, constant pressure behind everything you do. Nobody talks about it openly, but everyone around you is running the same numbers. Level 1, 0. Here's the first thing nobody tells you at this level. Rule number 1. When you have nothing, money isn't a tool. It's the entire game. And every emotional decision you make with it compounds against you. Then you get a small raise. $4,000 a year before taxes. It shows up as about $280 extra a month. You feel like you finally caught a break, until your transmission goes out and costs you $1,100. You learn the hard way. Expenses grow to fill whatever space you open up for them. But then something shifts. You pay off a small balance, $900 on a card. You take a screenshot of the zero. You don't send it to anyone because no one would get why it matters. But it matters more than almost anything that's happened to you financially. Because for the first time, a number moved in the right direction because of a choice you made. That's where it starts. Level 2, $10,000. You cross $10,000 in savings at 26. You've never seen 5 figures in your account before, not once in your entire adult life. You check it obsessively for 2 weeks, not from anxiety this time, from pure disbelief. You don't touch it, you just let it sit there. The psychological weight of $10,000 when you've never had it is completely out of proportion to the actual amount. You feel like a different category of person. You're not, but you feel it. So you start educating yourself. Not motivational content. Actual books about how wealth is built. You open a brokerage account. You stare at it for 3 weeks before putting a dollar in. You finally invest $1,200. The market drops the next morning. You almost panic and pull it out. You don't. That moment, right there, is where most people's financial story ends. They let fear make the call. You didn't. Level 3, $40,000 to $80,000. You're making $65,000 a year now. You've got $40,000 saved. You max your 401k. You have a Roth IRA you actually contribute to consistently. By every standard metric, you're doing it right. And then one night you sit down with a spreadsheet and run the honest projections. 40 years of disciplined saving at your current income. The number at the end is fine. It's enough. But it is not what you want. Rule number 2, a salary is a ceiling dressed up as a floor. The moment you see it clearly, you can't unsee it, so you start something on the side. A weekend project that makes $300 a month, then $700, then $1,500. You don't announce it. You reinvest everything back into it for over a year. You eat the same lunches. You don't upgrade anything. Your net worth hits $80,000, then $115,000. And for the first time, you can feel the gap between where you are and where a paycheck alone would have taken you. The gap is where the leverage lives. Level 4, $300,000 to $1 million. Your investments return $4,200 in a single year, without you doing anything. You've had months where your side income outpaced your paycheck. You own a rental property. You have a brokerage account. You're building something real. You also start saying no to the destination wedding that would cost $4,000, to group trips where one person's budget subsidizes 3 others, to business pitches from friends who don't understand cash flow. You feel the friction. You say no anyway. Rule number 3, below $500,000, you are acquiring assets. Above it, Your assets start working for each other. Then one Tuesday, nothing special about the day, your account updates. The number is over $1 million. You sit with it. You thought you'd feel transformed. You don't. There's a quiet satisfaction and then almost immediately, clarity. $1 million at 4% withdrawal is $40,000 a year. That's not freedom. That's a starting point. The milestone was never the destination. It was just proof that the strategy works. Level 5, $2 million to $10 million. At $2.3 million, money stops being a source of anxiety entirely. For the first time in your adult life, it's just a resource, like time, like attention. Your business does $3.8 million in revenue. You own 2 properties with combined equity over $300,000. You're not rich the way people mean it at dinner parties. You're wealthy in the way that actually matters. You have time. You take a 2-week trip. You don't check email for 4 of those days. That's the thing people can't buy at lower levels. Not the vacation. The 4 days. Rule number 4. Wealth isn't what you accumulate. It's what you no longer have to do. Level 6, $10 million to $100 million. At $10 million, something changes texture. You're not working for capital anymore. You're moving it. You meet people at $30 million, $60 million. You study how they think, not what they own. The patience is longer. They're not trying to win individual hands. They're focused on staying in the game longer than everyone else at the table. Rule number 5. At $10 million, your reputation becomes a financial instrument. It earns returns on its own. At $80 million, the isolation isn't loneliness. It's something harder to name. The context of your daily decisions simply doesn't translate to most people who knew you before. You give more than you ever have. Not for image, not entirely for tax strategy. You give because at this level, money has stopped telling you anything meaningful about yourself. And generosity is one of the few things left that still feels like a real decision. You're 61. Your net worth is somewhere north of $90 million. 3 people know the exact number. There's a board meeting, 5 people. Enough capital in that room to reshape a mid-sized economy. You speak for 5 minutes. You ask 2 questions. The room moves around those questions. You leave before lunch. And somewhere across this city right now, there's a 23-year-old opening their banking app at midnight. Their balance is $943. They're standing in a grocery store aisle doing the same mental math you did 15 years ago. They put the better coffee back. They grab the store brand. They think this is a story about money. They think if they just earn more of it, something will finally feel resolved. They don't know yet what actually has to change. They don't know what it will cost. Not in dollars, but in the distance that grows between who you are when you start and who you have to become to finish. The machine doesn't ask if you're ready. It opens every morning and takes whoever shows up. The ones who show up, consistently, patiently, without flinching, they compound. The money compounds. And so does everything else. The balance is $943. It always starts somewhere like that. It always will.